Hey, Sarah. Yeah, I think our take on this is we've certainly seen crazier deals. And this actually, when you dig a little bit deeper into the details, Samsung actually has stated, specifically their strategy is to do more deals, and specifically in the biopharma space, they have about $100 billion in cash. And so, I know this is just one publication out of Korea, but when you do a little bit more digging, it does seem to make sense, especially given the history that these two firms have of having a JV, at least, going back to 2011.
What about the price? Is it fair?
Yeah, I guess depends on fair to who. So fair, again, this would value Biogen at about 15 times 2022. That's obviously not a massive premium over where it is now, but for Samsung, I think it would be considered pretty fair multiple to pay for a business like this. Absolutely.
Do other companies come into play, either the target or acquisitor? Yeah,
that's a good question. This is not certainly something we would have drawn up, at the beginning of the day today. Is it possible some other company comes in over the top? Certainly. In retrospect, and that's kind of how this plays out always, when you see a deal announced like this, it makes perfect sense in retrospect, but not, when you're looking forward. To me, I think there's a lot of stars that are aligning that this might make sense. For somebody else to come in over the top, possible, but I really don't see really an obvious player sort of to fill that role.
I guess back to the price. When I asked if it was fair, sure, fair for Samsung, but what about for Biogen shareholders specifically, given the questions lingering out there about the future of the amyloid profile and their ability to fight Alzheimer's?
Sure. Yeah. I don't have a perfect polling of investors, but I certainly got a lot of questions when this was announced. And it's just my general sense that a lot of investors, people that own the stock, are going to feel relief. This has obviously been a name that's underperformed since the Aduhelm launch. It's been well documented, the missteps and the difficulty of that launch and the controversy around it. And they also have a base business in their MS franchise. While it's the largest MS franchise built, it's also the most vulnerable. So I would argue there's certainly a population of investors that would take it.
Chris Raymond, thanks for joining us. Much appreciated.
Thank you.